Hi, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you how to put the strap onto the Kite Optics 16x42 stabilized binoculars. So the first thing you want to do, you want to move your eye cups inward. So that exposes the fin here where the strap goes. And we're also going to put the eye cup covers on to the binoculars, because we're actually going to put these onto the strap itself. As you notice that there's an opening here on the one side, but this side is closed, and that's where the strap holds it in place. And by doing this, we can get in there with our fingers much easier. So if you haven't touched your strap yet, it's probably going to be already put together somehow from the factory. You want to just unravel that. So we're just going to pull this apart. There's a little square guide here. This is very important. Don't lose this. There's two of them, one on each side. I'm just going to put that, actually we're just going to keep it on there because we're going to need that on there. We'll have to retrace our steps if we forget to put that on. So the first thing, you want to make sure your strap is nice and flat. There's two sides to your strap. There's the outside, which has the logo, or it might say Kite Optics across here, and the inside has a mesh. Okay, so we are going to thread the right side first, and we're just going to have the tri-glide just a few inches from the base of the strap, and we're just going to run our hand across to make sure everything's straight. We don't want anything twisted, and we want to make sure the square guide is on here. If it happened to come off or you took it off, just make sure it's back on there. So we're just going to go in from the inside, so in the inside here, so it goes in that way. So you pull it through like this. So give yourself a little bit of extra ribbon here. So we're just gonna wind it back through the guide. So now we have this little loop here, and again, make sure everything is not twisted. And if we take the tri-glide, we're gonna hold it like this at the bottom so it forms a T. And you can see that way it opens up holes on either side. We're just going to take the loose side, and we're going to thread it through this side first. Pull it all the way up until these are flat together, right here. And we go back through here to the other side. Okay, so at this point you have pretty much working strap, but you might want to take the time right now to just make sure that if this is as long as you want it to go around your neck, because it might be a little bit too close. So therefore, if you need to adjust it so it's a little bit longer, you just pull the outside strap back through this way, so back through here. And then you just pull it left like that, and then it gives you a little bit more length here. So next we want to take the strap and we want to thread it back through the tri-glide, and then it's going to come back through the guide here. And that manages the excess slack, because there is a lot of extra ribbon here, but we can always take care of it by properly adjusting the tri-glide and the guide. So in order to do this, we would thread this back through this side. So then we have something like this, and that's on, so skip that hole and go through this hole, and then we just pull this, and then it's locked in place. This isn't going to slide around anymore. And then this is going to be flopping around. You want to get rid of that. So this is a little bit tricky. So I find that if you put your finger at the bottom and push up, so there's a bit, you can see the hole there, then you can just kind of push that through. It's really tight, but that's technically a good thing. So once you get it sort of in there, you can just hold it right at the bottom like this and then push to the left. And then just pull it through. So then you can slide this back down, and as you can see, we have a nice, clean management of the strap. Okay, next we're going to attach the other side of the strap, and it's going to go through the eye cup covers. So we're going to put it through the loop on the left side. So first thing, you want to make sure that the square is off for this point. So we're going to loop it through the eye cup just like this. Make sure there's no twists. Just run your hand along it like this, just to make sure it's nice and straight. And once it's through that loop, then we put the square on. So you can just let it fall down to the bottom. Just make sure the eye cups are in. And then we just go through the hole here. And at this point you can move the eye cups out just so there's a clear path between this loop and this loop. And just kind of pull it straight. Okay, so before you thread it back through this square, you're just going to make sure that we have an equal distance from here to this base of the strap and here to this base of the strap. And we just do that by going to just adjust this out a bit, and we can just move this back and forth like this, and you can just pull that tight like this, and then you can kind of line it up. Okay, so once you've determined that it's equal from here to here and here to here, then you would go back through the square just like that. Okay, and then you go back, you just move the square down towards the base of the binoculars, and then you go back through the loop. Just pull it, just make sure that things are not twisted. Okay, and then we're back at the tri-glide. Just make it a T again, and then we go through one way, and then back through here. Okay, and then just like before, we would just go over this hole and back through this hole. Okay, so, and then same idea to manage the extra slack. We would just go back through the eye cup cover. And then back through the square. Now this is the challenge because there isn't a whole lot of room, but if you push while simultaneously pulling down, you'll be able to get a little bit of it in there. Once you've got a bit in, you can just hold that and then push the square towards it while kind of pushing everything through this side. So then when you see the other part here, then just pull it. And then you should be able to just move this guide back down. Okay, so now we're basically done. So you can, as you can see, everything is nice and clean. And when you're not using the eye cups, they just hang off like this. And when you want to put them back on, they're just right there, ready to just go right back on. Hope that's been helpful, and we'll see you again soon.